They called her a monster, cursed thing, so terrifying, a single glance could turn you to stone. But what if Medusa wasn't the monster? What if she was never the threat, but the warning? What if she were the mirror, held up to a world that refused to look at itself? In the myths, Medusa began as a mortal woman, beautiful, devoted, sacred, a priestess in Athena's temple, bound by a vow of purity. Until that vow was stolen, Poseidon violated her, not just her body, but the very space meant to keep her safe. And the gods, they turned their faces away. They blamed her. Athena, instead of protection, gave punishment. Serpents for hair, a curse of death for the eyes. Exile, isolation, infamy. Medusa was cast out, not because she sinned, but because she reminded them of a sin they refused to confront. They say her gaze killed. But what if it did something worse? What if it is revealed? Maybe she didn't destroy men. Maybe she showed them the truth they couldn't bear, the parts they buried, the power they abused, the masks they wore, and the deeper their denial, the harder they turned to stone. Medusa didn't turn them into monsters. She showed them that they already were. There was a time I stopped feeling, numb, muted, heavy. I wasn't dead, just stone. I smiled when I didn't want to. I stayed quiet when I wanted to scream. I played it safe when I needed to risk. And for a while it worked. No one left. No one got angry, but I was disappearing. I wasn't dangerous. I was invisible, and invisibility is a slow death. It wasn't until I let my rage breathe, not to burn but to be seen, that I began to heal. We are not monsters for feeling deeply. We're human. We're taught to fear snakes. But in ancient symbols, they were sacred. Serpents are not just dangerous. They are healing, wisdom, change. They shed their skin. They emerge new. Medusa's snakes weren't a curse. They were her becoming. She embodied the wild power that comes after devastation, the strength that doesn't ask for permission to exist. She was never meant to be feared. She was meant to be understood. In a world that teaches us to hide, Medusa reminds us, your truth is not too much. Your voice is not too loud. Your rage is not ugly. Your sadness is not shameful. You were never meant to stay small. You were meant to shed, to be whole, to be seen, to be free. And sometimes healing looks like stone breaking open. And sometimes becoming who you really are means letting the mask fall. Medusa was never the villain. She was the mirror. And if your truth was turned to stone, if your voice was silenced, your power punished, this is your time. You don't have to shatter the world. You just have to unfreeze. Sit with me. Speak your truth. Let your pain become power. Let your silence become song. And let your reflection become whole. If this story meant something to you, if it helped you breathe a little deeper, please take a moment to like, comment, and subscribe. Not for numbers, but for the quiet souls who might need to hear this next. Every click, every share, helps keep this space alive. A corner of the internet where shadows are welcome and mirrors don't lie. Thank you for being here. We rise together.